Relationships, the most happiest, confusing, and devastating experiences that we partake in our lives. One second it's all red roses and long walks on the beach, and then boom, total strangers. But what intrigues me the most is the aftermath. When you sit back and you start wondering about the end of the relationship. Was I just in my feelings? Did I blow it out of proportion? Did I overreact? Well, I'm here to find out the reason that splitting up the relationship was worth it or not. Today, on Which Side? Welcome all. I am your host, Jamal Marcus. On today's episode of Which Side, I went ahead and interviewed four group of couples: Eric and Pauline, Mesh and Naya, Edward and Kimberly, Rodney and Jessica, just to get the perspective. So without further ado, let's begin. We've been together for about a year. Within that year, everything's been going great. One particular night, Erica decides to have a girl night out. Kenneth gets a phone call at 2 o'clock in the morning from the police department. Erica has been arrested. So Kenneth gets up, heads down there. As soon as he gets to the front desk, he asks about Erica. Come to find out, Erica has been arrested for a DUI. But at the same time, this is her second DUI. Kenneth never knew about it because of the fact of the conversation never presented itself. So at this moment, Kenneth believes, you know what, this is too much of a risk, I can't. And he bails out on the relationship. So tell me, did Kenneth have valid reason on leaving the relationship or not? Let's find out.
That up in the beginning, that something you should have left out. He would have helped had he known about the first one, and then like look, but don't do it again. It was like third time, but no, I would say I would have done the same way. I can't say that if I was in that scenario, but objectively, that's me.
I don't feel like he was wrong, but then again, in a relationship, you're supposed to stick through things and figure it out, work it out. He didn't know she did it the first time, so he could have, approached her like, why didn't you tell me this is happening? Or like asked her, do she have a problem? Because she probably really have a problem with alcohol, and they could have figured that out. Like now he left her abandoned, and then that might become a problem in the future life. And like, as me, if I break up with someone, I still don't want to see that outside effect with them. I don't wish bad on them outside of relationship. So that could have been something. Even if he didn't want to be with her, he could have helped her because that could lead to something like deeper than what it is.
I believe it was worth it.
Why?
You haven't been in a relationship that long enough, you disclose information. Those are actually you put me in a position to be at risk because you're a person with you, right? Whenever any given time, you can be drinking and you don't consider nobody else but you.
I agree. The reason why I agree, and this is me thinking of me being female, is because you're in a relationship for 9 months. I mean, you guys are supposed to open up by now and be like, okay, this is my history, this is what I'm addicted to, blase, blase. So the fact that she didn't even open up about that in the beginning and just like, it's no biggie to him, whatever. And the next thing you know, now she's in a situation and you would expect him to bail you out, but why? I don't know, it's just, I agree with him.
I feel like early on in a relationship, most people, they try to put their best foot forward. They try to give off the persona that, maybe they're capable of loving somebody else and somebody capable of loving them also. Right. So I feel like early on, somebody's not going to let you know the full scope of things. Right. But to play devil's advocate, certain things that in a relationship we want to know is capable of doing, like respecting yourself and peers also. So to me as a man, in the scope of a relationship, you know that you're going to deal with things. You know you're going to deal with whatever your spouse is going to go through in her life. I feel like he should have, presented that opportunity to do the bond, get her out, and then speak on her on behalf of those things and try to help her better herself. And throughout that, if she still, along the lines continue doing that, then that's when you walk away because, like she said, you become a risk not just to yourself, but to me. So
he was wrong.
He was wrong. Why was he wrong?
Because I feel like, you know how sometimes when somebody get in trouble, that's when they need you the most, Like in her position, even though you didn't know what was going on in her life, but that's something she struggles with. But I don't think you get up and leave at such hard time. You got to be there for her and stuff.
And then what? Because even if he had bailed her out, where do you go from there? Because it's like, okay, what else have you been hiding from me? And it starts that friction, and then you know, do you want basically meaning that you like to drink, you're an alcoholic, so that pressure, whatever, go cause you to go right back to square one. So I agree that, you know, I would have, it's not, because if you couldn't have told me from the beginning, what else are you hiding? What else, you know? So I agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she was wrong for not bringing it up, but even though the way he found out wasn't right, but I still don't think he should have left her.
50. Honestly, Kenneth, if I was in your shoe, I probably would have bailed out too. I mean, come on, what else she might be hiding from me, right? Alright guys, let's move on to the next scenario. Samantha and Jonathan has been together for about 5 years. Within that 5 years, they've been through their ups and their downs. At this very moment, they're in a very good place. Jonathan decides, you know what, I think it's time to lock it down. So he sets up everything. At the end of the night, he gets on one knee and proposes. But unfortunately, Samantha declines. Jonathan asks, why? Why do you not want to marry me? And she replies, I don't think that we're mentally ready for that next stage. So Jonathan takes it as, you know what, if you don't think you're ready, then I think it's time for me to leave this relationship. So tell me guys, does Jonathan have a valid reason on leaving the relationship, or should he stay and still try to make it work? Let's find out.
Years?
5 years.
No, like, what's the point? Then another 5 years and she's still not gonna be ready? I mean, I'm like, if you don't know by a year if you want to be with the person, then, you know,
In the scenario, it doesn't explain like in depth why she feel like they're not ready. And if your significant other feel like they're not ready to do something, then you should accept that. Like you can ask, maybe you disagree or agree with what she's talking about. Like just for instance, if, I was a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him no, I wasn't ready. He has to accept that. So it's like,
that's crazy. Like, cause after 3 years, like that's when they're already saying that if you guys can make it through 3 years, then there needs to be some upgrade.
In my case, I would go with you a long time ago. Because if I know we're in a relationship for 5 years, we be 3, 4, 5 years in market, we're not ready, what are we fighting for?
If both people are not like in tune after 5 years,
Gotta quit.
yeah,
Split up.
like I've invested all this time, and then you still, she must be doing something that there's something that like she just now doesn't want to like lock down with just one person because she still has options available.
I didn't think of that.
So
That's it.
It's a complicated question. It's been 5 years' time. She's saying she may see something in the relationship that may say, okay, we're not ready. However, within 5 years, you should know whether or not this worth fighting for and continue the relationship. So it's kind of, I can't really say yes, I can't say no.
and she probably thinks, oh, this guy's a simp. I'm just gonna keep on taking from him. He's like that orbiting kind of person that just stay. So of course she's gonna get so much out of him. She knows that he's gonna be like, I guess, and that's how she'll stretch that out.
It's weird. Especially in front of everybody, man. I would have left because of the embarrassment. That's why I would have left. But I agree with what she said, though. Because, like, you got to say why you're not ready. You got to talk it out and stuff. But there's the embarrassment part. I would have left because of that. You're not going to charm me in public.
You get me with these two-sided questions. Like, what's up with that?
I'm gonna go first.
No, I have my answer. Like,
So you wanna? Okay, go.
I don't know. I mean, if he's ready to settle down, see, women typically are more ready to settle down than men, and I get that because you know we have a ticking time or whatever. But she's not ready. But if he's ready, if he want to wait, he can. But if he feels like, nah, I want to get married, have a life, you know, and have children, go about my business. No, he's not. He's not wrong because he knows exactly what he wants, and that's it. But she's just undecided. Why you keep waiting? 5 years is a long time, you know. Like, stop playing around. Tell me what you want, or if you don't want me, that's it.
If he really loves her and she's like, oh, she's not ready yet, then he would stick around and continue to be faithful and wait around till she's ready. But like you said, she's probably doing something on the side. Just, you know, if she gets lonely and she like her side guy's messed up, then she can always rely on him. But it's like she doesn't want to.
That's a lot.
oh, that's
It's dreamy.
It's a reason. It's a reason behind.
Well, you can at least say yes, and then when you leave, I know.
No.
Everybody.
That's a lie. So they could come back and be like, "Oh, what happened? Oh, we're not engaged." Like that's a whole lie. You're not basing our relationship on no lie. That's crazy.
But on the other hand, some people do need that time and date. Some people would literally would say, you know what, let's get engaged now and we can see what happens down the line. Technically, it wouldn't be seeing what happened because you already know I'm promised to you and that's it. We can get married in 2-3 years or so, but we can be engaged now and just us exclusive. And then if it doesn't work out, you can break up the engagement. There's nothing wrong with that. Not that, once you're engaged, that don't mean you're entitled to the person still.
For 5 years mark, we're not ready. What are we fighting for?
I probably would tell him after if I feel like we come to a place in our relationship where I feel like we are ready, then I'm gonna let him know, and it's up to him whether he's gonna do it again or not. If he not, then
Me, I'm asking, okay, why? I need to know why, because I just invested 5 years. We've been through a lot. I need to know why. What makes you think we're not ready?
Well, I'm not ready because mentally I'm not there.
Okay, mentally you're not there, then you guys will run too. At that point, then I need to bounce, man. Because like she said too, women has a time clock. You gonna let me be prepared before you, and you got a time clock? Oh no.
I don't want to be in a relationship to be in a relationship. I want a relationship to be married. And clearly we had problems. I felt like we had problems. Maybe you didn't feel like we did, but I did. So I want to work this out before we get. You never know. You never know. You never know.
5 years.
Because people like he could be doing something that she doesn't like and he hasn't changed. Like he's continuously doing it, but he doesn't find it a problem. Or like he's doing it in different ways, but every time it's like. Okay, it's not that much. It's not that much. But he's still doing something, but it's not that much. But he doesn't find it a problem. But you like, you feel me? You still with him because you thinking that over the years, something gonna happen.
All right, exactly, because over the years something gonna happen.
But what if it didn't happen? What if it didn't happen? It didn't happen.
You guys could grow in marriage.
Perhaps, she could say no because maybe finances, or maybe she doesn't feel like I'm in it 100%, or maybe trust issues, whatever it may be. I need to know why. Maybe there's something she thinks that we need to improve. We need to work on something before we can actually take that step forward. But I need to find out why, and depending on what her answer is, then I'll decide if I if I want to stay or leave.
But like you say, it's very complicated because more so people deal with a lot. People have a lot of things in their past that kind of holds them back from whatever they may see in the future. And I feel like in that situation, if she feels like she's not ready, something that he probably haven't touched her or they haven't spoke on. But to me, like she says, 5 years is a long time to invest. And as a man, to be like, okay, within this amount of time, you still find that there's reason for us to be together, then I would agree with it. Sometimes you gotta give that relationship space. And if she realized the importance that he was, and then you can probably revisit it. But to me, I agree. Like after 5 years, if you still you would want to be ready.
Majority rules. Hey, Jonathan, you did absolutely nothing wrong. Samantha, hopefully the next time you get in a relationship and the gentleman decides to propose, you don't decline. Alright guys, let's move on to our last scenario of the evening. Lewis and Karen has been together for about 10 years. Within that 10 years, they built one hell of a life together, including jumping a broom. So yep, they're married. At this given moment, it's been hard for them to spend a lot of time together because of work. So Karen decides to take some vacation time to rekindle the relationship back with her husband. But every time she plans something, Lewis ends up canceling because of work. So what she does, she decides to step out of the relationship. Out of 10 years, this is the first time that she ever did. 2 days goes by and she decided to come clean because the guilt was killing her inside. Lewis doesn't decide to throw the relationship away because he believes they can work on it, they can get to a better place. So they're good at this moment. 2 weeks later goes by, they're waking up one morning, boom, Karen starts throwing up. Lewis understands most likely she has to be pregnant. So they go ahead and take a pregnancy test, and yes, she is pregnant. But they both understand that Lewis is not the father. The guy that she stepped out on with is the father. So at this moment, Lewis decides to tell her, listen, the cheating I could have dealt with, but the fact that you're pregnant by another dude, I can't do it. I have to file for divorce. I got to take off. So tell me, guys, is Lewis wrong for leaving the relationship because of the situation, or should he have stayed and make it work?
What you know when they say women cheat, it's always on based on emotional. But to me, I really believe as if, like you said, it had a ripple effect. She got pregnant, and I think out of respect for her husband, and they've been trying, like you said, and they weren't able to have kids. It'll be hard to be able to love another child knowing that it's not yours. Even though in this society we have men who date women who have children, so but that's tough because to be in a committed relationship for 10 years, married, you to step out and then have a kid and then expect me to stand by yourself and stand by you and raise a child. That's tough. I wouldn't. To me, I wouldn't be able to do it. I would file for divorce because that's something for like the rest of my life. I would have to look at the child and look at the child as the fault in our marriage. And to me, that's something that if I was him, I would agree because I wouldn't want you to go against your morals to have an abortion, but do that. It's like me going against the marriage when you raise a child knowing that it's not us.
I'm listening to you because if it was vice versa, I would have left.
I would say because it's commitment. Even after the fact that happened, you're hurt and everything. Trust is gonna be out the window and stuff like that. But if I've been with you, well, it depends. Are they married or not?
Married.
If they're married, I mean, I'm showing you. Me, I'm a committed person. I'm showing you my commitment, regardless. And if that's not enough to show you that, listen, you want to go mess around and stuff like that, go out there and let it be on you. My conscience is clean because I'm not gonna just throw it away because I said, okay, you messed up this one time, and then my commitment is always gonna be there. So having a kid, of course, is gonna be hard. We're gonna have. I'm a communication freak. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about this. It ain't gonna be easy because, of course, he got the female pregnant. Now she's gonna be involved into the picture. So now, it is what it is. But you gotta show that you're the committed person. You're the bigger person.
He has a reason. First and foremost, I do not believe cheating is a mistake. That is a conscious choice, a decision you make for whatever reason. If you chose not to communicate, that's on you. It is not a mistake. Second, it's a lot. So not only did you cheat, and then now you cheated without a condom, now you have a child. That's a lot. This is a heavy load that is difficult to even if you're trying to forgive and you're trying to work on it, every time you see a child, you're like, damn, I wanted a child and you couldn't have it. Or this one quote unquote mistake you had, which may make to some guy, make them fit in that way. Because all these years, you couldn't have a child, all of a sudden, you just got this nigga now, and what the fuck? Which may come again, make me think that you wasn't really trying to get pregnant by me.
Okay. I feel like it can be worked out. No, nothing is easy in life. It's gonna be a struggle, but if you feel like, because it's very complicated. This situation is very complicated because that was one mistake this individual did, and they felt horrible about it, and you can see that because they went to their significant other and told them, "Hey, look, I feel like I haven't been having all the time. We're not doing this, we're not doing that, and I went out and I did, X, Y, and Z, and now X, Y, and Z has me in a situation like, and I told you like, let's work this out. You know me. I've been together with you for so many years now. I think we can work this situation out. It's for sure in that scenario, it will not ever be easy. The trust is pretty much lost, but you guys can work on it to build it back up. Now that adding that child into the picture is another big thing, because now every time they might see every time they look at that child, they'll be like, man, this is,
situation.
Exactly.
This is a mistake. This is something that's in my face every single day now.
Me personally, I think I can forgive that. If it was vice versa, I think I can forgive that. I'm not gonna be nice about it. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm probably throw, punches here and there, but at the end of the day, I know what I signed up for, Therefore, if it becomes a continuous habit, like, okay, 50 women all the time, no, I'm not gonna say no. But that one mistake caused that big situation. It's not a big deal. We can work it out, work on the trust and stuff like that. I think so.
The cheating part, I kind of understand it with her cheating on him because I mean, if she trying to make time and you not even putting the effort in, and she go get it somewhere else, but then all right. But the baby part, oh hell no, that's another nigga. That's another nigga jit, man. I ain't gonna have another nigga coming into my house.
Yeah, it requires like a lot of like patience, understanding, and just knowing that we make mistakes, and it's like sometimes we let, instead of thinking logically, it's like emotions. Like she's not here, she won't know, and no, you shouldn't be thinking that way.
Of course, I agree.
It's like think like it's the same thing like she tells me all the time is perspective. Like, would you like it if I did this to you? Don't do it.
You wouldn't.
If I'm married, and you know how society is, as far as females and males, you just gotta come in the protective aspect of it to make sure that you don't open yourself to any diseases and bring anything back home to your husband. So like, to me, at least put yourself in a position to protect yourself, and not get pregnant. When you do that, you're showing the lack of respect that you have in the relationship. Also,
if it was me, he'll dip. Especially because he want his own. Here's the situation. He wants his own house. And you get pregnant for somebody else.
On your first, nah. Oh man, and I'm out. And your reason for stepping out is me working too hard. There's some dude. Okay, granted, there are some guys who are they're slave to their work, to their jobs, or whatever, and somehow they gotta find that middle ground. Of course, spend time. Even if they didn't have a kid yet, if they had a family, you still gotta find time, of course. But dang, at the end of the day, though, okay, yeah, granted, you're a woman, you have needs too, but ultimately, he's doing this for you guys, for y'all, for the future, whatever it may be, and you stepped out, you made a mistake. Cool. If you came to me and you apologize, okay, fine. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna take it easy. It's gonna be hard. But okay, fine. If we manage to get past that part, a month later, and then you wake up throwing up, man, that's a hard pill to swallow, man. And I know the kid is not mine.
So if I was the one that did that after 10 years and you're never home because you're working hard and then I stepped out and then I ended up with the other guy's kid, you would say?
Yes, I would stay because we spent 10 years and this one mistake is gonna let that ruin all. Like, I've known you, and if that was to occur, I would just say, like, look, it happens. I know that I was working and I wasn't there. And I was like, but I don't know. I actually got to see like being in that. But this is me. Like if I'm saying that like now, but like
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta question God, like, are you certain that we're supposed to just have one, like just one woman? But then you realize that all that teaches you is discipline. Right? So in the midst of a relationship where it's not going right, I feel like, communication, open up, letting know that you're making efforts to make things right, efforts to make things better. But I don't see you stepping out as something that's going to help.
I agree with you. Because I mean, like, she could have went about it wrong about that.
If it was about
I feel like she would say all of that why she stepped out, but that still does not give you the leeway to step out. Like that's just
they're just mutting it.
Yeah, I don't think like you go through certain things, but I still feel like there's so much that could be done before you think about stepping out. I don't care like
I don't give a shit. However, I'm not saying she's right, but the effort that she was making is malicious. She's not finding by herself. So when you keep fighting, trying to work a relationship, he's not finding either. So when you fighting a brick wall, sometimes.
But the bills gotta get paid. So we could have a nice dinner and then later on, after we finish eating, the lights get cut off.
Yeah, but he clearly said we both are actively working. Exactly. One day out the week is not going to hurt the relationship. It's not going to hurt not paying your bills.
It's hard. Be real, Eric. Like, seriously, would you leave? Huh? If I got pregnant by another dude, would you leave?
You got pregnant by another dude, would I leave? Yeah.
It's simple. Like, you would leave, but yeah, I'd forgive you.
Huh?
Ooh. I'm not saying anything. That's your perspective. I respect your perspective, but I'm just saying, like, that is shady.
It's not shady, but not only did you step out on me while I'm hard at work, one time, and you went ahead and had unprotected sex. Nigga pull out game is whack, and then it was like, yo, this is the ultimate disrespect, dog. I'm sorry.
What makes you think that it was unprotected? It could have been protected, and it kind of broke. This stuff happened, and you know what? That's when you least expect it to happen. It happens. 99.9%. Okay, whatever.
You sweat. Well, you mad now?
I'm not mad. It ain't that serious, shoot. Because I know it's not gonna happen to me, but still.
Okay,
I wear protection every single time.
What I'm saying though, if it didn't happen, would you be mad at me if I decided to leave?
I respect your decision.
Would you rather me?
That's what I didn't say.
My thing is, you know why I said I would leave? Because I know how hard it would be to deal with all that.
And I understand that. And I said I respect your decision.
And it would be tough on her too. So it would be something's going to take the hit. If I stay, even as a supportive, I can be supportive
for the rest of my life.
Not even, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, you're gonna throw little shady remarks every now and then when you can, especially when we have an argument.
Okay.
Maybe not. But I'm just saying in general. You know what I mean?
But when you were talking, what did you say? I'm not gonna like it, and he gonna know. Meaning,
it's the same thing.
It's on my way too.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
So
I said I respect your decision if you chose to walk. I can understand it. I don't have to like it, but I need, I have to respect it.
Yeah, I mean, I get what she means, but some people take stuff differently. Probably her, that's probably how she wants. The only way she could have coped with it,
It's, for the most part, I really believe that when you're with somebody, you have to understand. I feel like if you're somebody who likes to stay home, isolate yourself with the people, as her boyfriend or her husband, I have to understand that. And if you're with me and you know that I'm working, we could do stuff at home when I get home. You could be like, hey babe, I know you just finished working, let me massage your food, let me do something like that. And it, make the relationship romantic, intimate, and all of that. Right. Sometimes we can't really place, let's go out this place, let's do that. Because what you may enjoy, somebody else may not.
Exactly.
True. And then when you go to those places, you're gonna bump into people who, are gonna be appeasing to what you want. Right. But to me, I feel like with us not finding time to spend time outside of the house, shit, you stepping out. It should, even if it only happened one time. To me, at 10 years, if you could put it up for 10 years, you could put it up for 10 years.
You hear it here, guys. Majority rules once again. Karen, what you really expect? What type of man you honestly think that's going to stay? Honestly, if I was placed in that scenario, I would have had to leave. Not for the simple fact that you cheated, but you couldn't even wear protection. Alright guys, that's all the time that we have for today. Please, if you like this video, subscribe, share, and like. Until next time, stay blessed.